Let's start this thing.
Are you finally ready?
I'm finally ready. Kick it. I even went to the restroom.
Welcome to Hardheaded. I am Matt Amos, and with me, as always, is Chet Sears and Troy, three-shot Trussell.
We got to give that story one day.
3-shot story?
Yeah. Not today.
Not today.
There's more than one three-shot story.
He demonstrates it all the time,
Frequently.
but how he actually got the nickname.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, it's good.
We'll do that.
Maybe we can do that next time.
Or the time after that.
We have multiple stories. We could probably do a whole season just on Troy shooting things 3 times.
All
Yeah.
right.
Or attempting to shoot things 3 times.
Like to make sure they're dead.
Or whatever. We'll save
Yeah.
for another story. Chet, what's on your mind?
Well, what's on my mind is wondering what's on Troy's mind.
That's true. I'm looking at my notes here. I got it all messed up.
Yeah.
You see, you were talking about the order of things earlier, and now I'm like, Chet needed to go first. So that was just, Troy, what's on your mind? Chet, I don't care what's on your mind.
Oh,
Bunch
that's
of
good.
amateurs.
A bunch of amateur podcasters.
Imagine that.
Man, so what is on my mind? You know when you go through the drive-thru and you don't get what you ordered, you get somebody else's order? That happened to me the other day.
Was it like somebody else's complete order, or did you just not get what you ordered? They like got you most of it and they got something wrong.
I'm pretty sure somebody got what I ordered and I got what they ordered.
Was this it? The place that's closed on Sundays?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
at that place.
They don't make mistakes.
Yeah, they don't make mistakes. And if they've made a mistake, you're wrong, probably.
it's like Chuck Norris didn't misdial Chuck Norris or whatever.
Exactly.
I don't know that one.
So yeah, I just sometimes or lately I've been kind of getting
The wrong stuff?
the wrong stuff or stuff left out at the drive-thru. And I'm starting to think,
How do you handle that? Like, are you a I'm going back up there kind of guy?
no, I'm a maybe they'll get it right next time kind of guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time to go back up there. Or occasionally maybe I'll drive around if it's something like onion ring sauce or something.
So I've noticed like there are several different kind of people. Like there's the people that are like, I ordered it and I'm not even looking in the bag until I get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
And then of that group of people, there are the, oh, you got it wrong, I'm going back up there. Or, oh, you got it wrong, I'm just going to live my life. Or the, you got it wrong, I'm going to make a call and just let you guys know you messed it up. But then there's another people group. I'm stopping in the drive-through line and I'm not pulling away until I go through everything in the bag.
Yeah, that's not me.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm probably the guy that I get my food, I get to where I'm going, I open the bag, they messed it up, whatever.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we're all in that boat. Anyway,
Unless it was-
when they mess up, man.
Yeah, what did they mess up?
It was not the correct burger, and I ordered onion rings,
But
and I
you
got fries.
you got a burger and fries,
Yeah.
but not the burger that you ordered.
Yeah. It
See
was
that,
different.
but it's still
So it was still technically
a meal.
a meal, and I was fine with it. So,
Was it an upgrade? A better burger?
not this time.
Not the one you
No.
wanted. It's not
No.
better if it's not the one you wanted.
Could be better. You may not know all the different burger options and never ordered one that was superior to what you have been ordering.
But I imagine Troy's probably got some kind of allergy. Just guessing.
There's a weakness that
I-
permeates
one
through
thing
his
I-
digestive system.
One thing I don't have is a food allergy. I
Yeah.
can eat pretty much anything that I know of. I mean, I'm sure there's some issues that foods cause.
Was this for a food
Sush.
review?
No, this was
Okay.
just in between work driving.
Because Troy does food reviews on Live Local.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
A lot of food.
A lot of food. We've
So-
done like 64 videos.
Matt and I were at a local place, burger place, the other day. And I'd never been there. And Matt was like, oh, let's go there. You need to eat there. It's really good. So we went there. And then it was like the owner in the drive-thru. And I was like, hey, man, I heard about your place through the Live Local video that, such and such. And he's like, oh, yeah. Whatever. And then Matt's like, liar. I said you needed to come here. I was like trying to give you props and like, hey, this guy does food reviews and it drives business. And
Yeah.
Hey,
That's like,
I waited until he closed the window, and I told
Yeah.
Chet, I was like,
he's
liar.
like, you liar. It was my idea to
See,
come here.
but then we get back to the office, and I'm like, when I get my food, I like to eat hot food. I don't like to wait for it to cool down.
Right.
He's over here doing a photo shoot with his food to post to Live Local.
Yeah, I did.
And he did.
And
Yeah,
he's like, you should
posted
take a picture of that. And I'm like, it's like half gone, man. Like,
Yeah. I was like, where's your, he's like, "Whoop."
it's already gone.
Don't chew into the
Yeah,
microphone,
I know,
Chet.
it's just-
Yeah, it was a good burger though.
they're
Yeah, that's one of the best burger places in town. Sport Burger, if you're in the area. It's really good.
off of Hillside.
Yeah.
Yep. But you've got to get there.
You got to
got plenty of time for lunch, because that line for that shop, because it's just a little small burger joint, there's really no indoor place to eat.
No, you have to like line up behind that side street.
Yeah.
Like-
and it goes around the corner. And I mean,
Cash only.
they
Yeah.
make cash only. They make it as you order.
Yeah, get there early, cash only, and if you get there late, they might have run out of meat.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's that popular.
There's a Dillon's across the street.
They run out sometimes.
That's how
Yeah.
good it is.
Yeah, it's that
That's
good.
bad.
It's one of the best burgers in Wichita. Well, like I said, they've kind of maximized their ability to profit just with the
Yeah, I got
keeping
you.
it fresh.
Yeah.
And cooking it as you go through. But that's why it's so good.
But this missing drive-through food's happening more and more. Don't worry, minimum wage is going up, so we're not gonna have any more errors.
Yeah, there you go.
At $15 an hour. Like I saw one at $15 an hour. My burger better look like the picture on the window.
Oh yeah.
No more if I get a Royale with cheese, it better look like the Royale with cheese on the.
Well, they call it Whopper. I don't know. I didn't go into a Burger King. All right. So, top 3. What do we got on the top
Hey,
3?
are you?
Oh,
We're all confused.
I'm not.
top 3 things that
I'm
confuse
just gonna
you.
sit out here and
So
watch
this
this
is
train wreck.
this is where we talked about Chet going first. So, and I'm going to assume today is top 3 things that annoy you.
That you're right. You're right. Top 3 things that annoy you. And I'm not getting in the misophonia
Okay.
thing that you had, which, by the way, I've gotten a lot of comments on that. It's been pretty funny from some
A
of
lot
our
of people
listeners.
have this affliction.
Yes, and a lot of people name names of who afflicts them, which was kind of funny.
That's pretty funny.
Number 1, no particular order. These are just in the top 3. Bigger shoe sizes always being on the bottom shelf of a shoe store is so annoying. Like, it is the dumbest thing. Like, like it is known the taller people have bigger feet. I mean, that's a general rule that's going to be out there. But size 14s on the bottom shelf, size 7.5 up top. Dumbest thing in the world, annoys the heck out of me. Like, we know this. And they do it with jeans too, like pants. The taller inseams are on the bottom. It shouldn't be this way. Like, this is not that hard. So anyway,
I think for the jeans, it just goes for how they stack, because the bigger jeans provide a base. Otherwise, you're building a reverse pyramid stacking those jeans.
there's boxes of shelves. It's not like they stack them to the ceiling all off of one.
This is what I picture when I picture them stacking jeans.
Is that how you did it when you worked at the Gap?
I never worked at the Gap. I did spend a little time at J.C. Penney's selling suits.
Yeah.
In my younger days. That didn't go over too well.
So not answering a direct question directly annoys me very badly. If I ask you a yes or no question and you provide an answer that does not involve an affirmative or a negative, I'm annoyed.
So
If I ask you a how many question and I don't get a quantitative answer back, I'm annoyed. It happens all the time. And it's not just from a parenting perspective, but for work, for whatever, for a long time, ask a direct question. I want a direct answer. And then you can provide the commentary after the fact.
But give me the answer first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard.
So ask me a yes or no question.
No.
That's a direct answer.
I just gave you one.
So now ask me one.
No, I'm not going to. We're not going down this path. I don't know where you're going.
He's scared, man.
He doesn't like the unknown.
Yeah.
Any direct question from now on. Go ahead.
How many questions are you going to continue to ask me?
Let me circle back to you on that.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Just circle back. We're going to have to circle back.
So because you were telling me earlier this week, how do you handle those questions? When you know that somebody's like
them.
they're what do they call it? Their
deflection?
No, when they have just
storytelling,
that trait. Some like when somebody's talking, they have or they
ADD
maybe, but there's certain tics when people speak or whatever, and they have these words that they use all the time. And you were telling me that when somebody would come in and they've said, let me circle back to you on that, and you're coming back for your second round where they should have circled back to you. What do you?
I can't remember. I really don't. Was it awesome?
Yeah, it was something about you. And I'm trying to remember. That's what I'm asking you now.
Let down right now.
Is you were like circling back or something?
Yeah, anytime where somebody has people that say "see you later," like they're all end every conversation with "see you later." Like I will intentionally jump in before that and say, "See you soon," like really throw them off, because then they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, see you soon, Troy. Yeah, see you later." What do I say? I can't say the opposite, because he said soon. I don't, it really throws people.
Brian Regan does a bit on that. Have you heard it? Where he's like, what is most people say? You too. They're like, hey man, I'll see you later. You too. Oh, that didn't work. Like that didn't go with that. But people's natural response to, hey, I'll see you later. Or have a good day. Like you too.
Or like if somebody says, hey, I'll circle back with you. Like they're going to say that, like I don't have the answer, but like, hey, can you circle back with me on such and such? And they're like, well, I'll circle. Oh, I can't say that. It really
just little things to annoy other people.
Yeah. Or just highlight where they're repetitive. And I'm sure I do it too, but I do things like that. The third, whichever order.
Are you annoyed?
Things that annoy me. Bumper stickers. No stickers on cars.
None.
Shouldn't do it. Like, no.
Okay.
I like the clean look of my truck, so I just don't have them anyway.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to know that much about you. Honestly, person in front of me in the car. I don't need to know. Just don't advertise whatever it is you're just trying to say.
Yeah.
And they put a Line X sticker on my truck. I didn't take it off, so it's there.
I was getting ready to call you out for the Line X.
I didn't consider that a bumper sticker. It's like on the back glass, and it's not.
It's a window sticker.
Yeah, it's not. But I'm not like saying anything.
It's like an advertisement for what you got.
But the little guy peeing on stuff, quit doing that.
Yeah. The family of
the stick figures.
Yeah,
let's stop.
The stick figures
let's
and the Star Wars figures and the whatever figures.
Yeah.
And
let's just do away with stickers on the back of cars.
Yeah.
The ones that really annoy me are the 26.2 and 13.1.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I have a 0 over
show
0.
off.
Yeah. That was kind of funny, the 0.0, but like, are runners the only people that get to display what their physical feats have been? What if you like hit a personal best, squat of 487 pounds? Should I put 487 on a sticker on the back of my car?
I think you should. 4,870.
I'm just saying, those are 3 things that annoy me.
And that's just good life lessons, because going through high school, I had a sticker on my car that said, bad cop, no donut. The only time in my life I got a ticket. So I took it off, and no more tickets.
That's awesome.
Some thought it was funny.
That is.
That was, I didn't grow up as bad as you. I wasn't a bad kid like you, but
yeah.
I just thought it was funny. I was like, bad cop, no donut. That's the only bumper sticker I've ever had, I think. Besides Marine Corps, I did have a Marine Corps bumper sticker, but then when I joined, I took them off.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, taking them off.
Yeah, I get behind that.
So those of you that have bumper stickers, I'm sorry. It's me that's annoyed, not you. It's okay.
Yeah.
Note to self, get some bumper stickers.
Yeah, buddy.
Then start backing into your parking spot so I can see them when I look out the window.
Yep. Oh, you want me to go? All right.
I don't know. You're the host.
Top 3 things that, Troy was trying to take over earlier, and I'm just used to you guys doing it. So, I guess for my top 3, obviously the resounding number 1 for anything that annoys me is always going to be misophonia, people chewing, all this kind of stuff, right? So that's a given. So I'm going to open it up for 2, 3, and 4 because that's always going to be number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is going to be
Audible.
What?
You're calling it audible. It's okay. Keep going.
Oh, and for those listening,
We'll
if you
allow
haven't
it.
heard the misophonia episode, you need to go back and listen to that.
It's in the show description, I think. So just look that one up.
Yep.
Troy cried.
He did cry.
I did cry. It was awesome.
And I don't know what order these should go in, but I'm just going to start it off with the order in which I wrote them down.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1 is Hollywood actors who vomit their political and social opinions.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I can
That's
get
annoying.
behind that.
anytime one of
Yes.
those people, like it's an actor that I really have liked their work and they're a phenomenal actor and they're good at their craft. I appreciate what they do on the screen. And I'm like, man, I really like that guy in that role or whatever. And then he comes out or she comes out and says,
If you voted
Whatever.
for Trump, don't go to my movies.
yeah, or whatever. I mean, shut up. I don't care
Yeah.
what your political views are. I get that you have this huge platform that you think people care what you say. I don't, and I don't want to see it. And if I'm following you and you do that, I unfollow you, and so I don't have to hear you.
Yeah.
I've done it to multiple, like they care. I mean, I'm just one of 3 million people that am now just not following them.
So do you so you may stop following them, but do you like stop going to their shows?
No, because I appreciate their work. I like their movies, and
So I
So
think it's admirable.
yeah.
There's a lot of people I disagree with that, especially on the musician side of things. But yeah, I still listen to their music. It's okay. It's okay not to agree on everything.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
the people that take it too far, just I'm boycotting, I'm moving to Canada, all that stupid stuff. So
yeah, I mean,
Those are the people that don't actually still make money off of they don't have jobs.
yeah.
Yeah. Active.
or people who you pay to be funny, and then all of a sudden they get serious on you. It's like, now when I watch your movie, it's not the same, man. You know? I'm still going to watch it, but I'm flashing back to whatever you said about pigs or whatever you said about whatever, right? I just shut up, dude.
Right.
Like, you had a good thing going. I loved it. Now you're just kind of a turd in my book. You know, I don't know. That annoys the hell out of me.
Yep.
It really does. Number 2, people who drive slow in the passing lane
Okay.
annoys me. And we've all been guilty of it. You know, we might be going 67 miles an hour and the car that we're trying to pass is going 66. And then you try to pass them. Another thing that annoys me is when they speed up. It's like, I'm on cruise control, bud. Like, I'm going the same speed. You literally sped up so that I wouldn't get around you. That annoys me. And then it annoys me when I get behind somebody and then they slow down. It's like, I've been coming for the last 5 miles. You can see me. Get over. And it just goes back to what you were saying about the white lines on the road, right? Mm-hmm. White lines on the road, that's what they're there for. Passing lane is exactly that. It's a passing lane. You pass and then you get over.
So like you grilled me on that, though, I'm going to ask you a question to clarify. Let's say we're on the interstate, the speed limit's 70.
Yep.
And my cruise control set on 75.
Yep.
And I come up on a car and that's going 70. And I get over it, look in the mirror, nobody's there, right? I get in the left lane to pass, still on cruise.
Yep.
And you're doing 90. And then boom, you show up. I see you and I accelerate. I'm not going to accelerate to 90, but
Right.
I'm going to move up, get out of the way. But you're still going to have to get on your brakes. Are you annoyed with me?
No.
Okay. If you were, I'd have a problem with you.
No. If you're in the action of passing, I don't like the people that get beside a car and then they just stay there.
The cruise control passers, I'm not a big fan of that. Like I'm on 65 and they're on 66 and we're just going to play this out for the next 10 miles. Yeah, I'm with you.
No, I don't like that. Get your business done, move over. Because it's the same people that do that, and a lot of times it's right by a semi. And beside a semi is not where you want to be. You need to speed up to get around that semi.
I'm 100% in agreement. Yeah.
You don't need to be taking your time getting around that thing, because there's been plenty of blowouts where people spending too much time and then their wife's van ends up getting messed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tire shrapnel.
I'm with you. But if you do come up on my backside way too fast and you're really close and you're not patient with that, when I'm in actively passing, I'm not going slow.
No, I'm not going to.
My windshield gets really dirty. And I have to clean it.
Hard to see out of?
Yeah, I have to clean it right then.
Yes.
I do.
Rain sprinkling.
When I was in college, I don't know. I can't remember. I remember being in Atlanta and somebody was driving an SUV, and they have the spray for the windshield wiper, in the back, on the back glass.
They turn it around.
Yeah, they had that thing turned around, and somebody got up on them and tailgated him, and they're like, shoop, shot him with the whole stream of water. And I'm like, I love that. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm not going to flip you the bird. But I'm going to clean my windshield right now.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I don't have that anymore. My wife's van does though.
Yeah.
But she's probably the one that's
Hey, cut that out. Let's cut that out.
No, she is the one that we were coming back from California, and she was spending too much time beside that semi instead of punching it to get around it, and that tire blew up, and hit the van and scared the crap out of her and the kids, and pulled over. Didn't do too much damage. Left a dent in the side of it, but thankfully
the truck driver stopped.
No, I don't think he even knew that it happened.
Oh yeah,
because it's one of those on the back side of it.
Yep.
So that's on my list is driving the slow lane.
I got you.
Or driving in the passing lane. Mm-hmm. Get over. There's 2 other lanes most of the time, or at least one. Get over. And then the last one is something that annoys me: being late to anything. I don't personally like to be late anywhere. Now, if you say anything about work in the morning,
I was about to say
that's the first thing that came across my head.
I don't have a set time to be here.
What time are you supposed to be here? Whenever I show up.
Whenever I get here.
Yeah.
Just and part of that is the Marine Corps, because before the Marine Corps, it bothered me a little bit, and my mom was terrible about it. She hated to be late. Like if we were going to go to church and she was late, it's like, no, we're not going because we're not going to be late.
Oh, wow.
And she hated walking in late. And, and if we did go and walk in late, sit on the back row and don't draw attention to yourself because we're late, Yeah. So I kind of grew up with it. And then the Marine Corps solidified it. And it was like, if you're not 15 minutes prior, you're late. And I know a lot of job interviewers that don't like people that show up early. That, they don't want them sitting in their lobby or whatever. But I'm like, man, I got to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be there early, not late. And I don't like people to be running late to stuff that if I'm hosting something, I don't want you to be late. Be on time. Don't try to show up fashionably late. If it starts 7, start 7, not 8, 9. 9:30 is my bedtime. You're already done, out. Don't touch my chips. Get out.
9:30 is not your bedtime. I get way too many text messages from you after 9:30.
That's true.
Well, he's in bed. He's just not asleep.
Well,
that's true. It is. It's my relaxed time. It's like my wind down. About 9:30.
Yeah, and he's up all night.
Yeah,
when Cobra Kai season's hit. So
all night, all night. But those are my top 3.
All right, Troy.
All right, number 3 for me. We've already touched on it because it was what's on my mind, and that is when they screw up your order through the drive-through. So number 2 is kids under the age of 7 with a tablet.
Oh, okay.
Because recently, the worst idea my wife and I ever had in our lives was to get our kids tablets for Christmas. So they all got Amazon Fire tablets.
Mm-hmm.
And the 10-year-old and the 8-year-old, they do pretty good, do their 30 minutes a day or whatever and use their time. They don't talk about it anymore. But the 6-year-old and the 4-year-old talk about it all day long.
Oh, yeah?
And it drives me crazy. And it's extremely annoying. So
if you ever want to use the lake in my backyard, my go-to comment with any frustration with my kids and electronic devices is, I'll throw that in the lake.
Oh, that's good.
You watch me. I will throw that in the lake.
That's a good one. I'm going to have to start using that.
Yeah. That actually came up. Like, what do you hear me say a lot? Just kind of talking to the kids. What's something your dad says quite a bit that, this is a thing that he says, oh, you're going to throw the Xbox in the lake? Like, oh, okay.
Chew with your mouth closed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw that in the lake.
Yep.
Lovely.
And number one, what really irritates me a lot, definitely number one, is technology companies always updating and coming out with the new gear.
Okay.
It annoys me because I feel like they bug the old ones.
Well, they do. Like Apple lost a class action lawsuit on slowing down the older stuff to conserve battery power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my number one top annoyance.
Why can't we have something that lasts a long time?
It's not profitable.
Software.
Not profitable.
Well, why are we as consumers? Why don't we just say, well, forget that?
Because it stops working.
You know what? I took
because they throttle it basically.
I took a stand and said, I'm going to go, because what from my lifetime, VHS to DVD to
Blu-ray,
then to how do you record things?
streaming,
Digital.
DVR.
Yeah.
TiVo, DVR.
And I said, you know what? I'm out. I'm not going down this path anymore. No DVR for me ever. I'm never doing DVR. Whatever's next. I guess streaming's
next.
I'm doing streaming. I stepped out and said, hey, you guys keep going. I'm not riding this train anymore. I'm not buying a DVR. I'm not getting one in my cable package. I'm not, no DVR.
Yeah.
Just step aside. Let them have it.
I had one. I had DirecTV,
Mm-hmm.
DVR, TiVo.
I still have DirecTV, DVR. I don't use it because I stream everything.
Yeah, but you pay for it.
Yep.
And I've made that argument. I don't know how many times. Let's just get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Why? All those shows I got saved on the DVR.
I got them on VHS.
Well,
but I don't even have a VCR player anymore.
I keep trying to explain it that, those are available on streaming services.
Yeah.
So where you can watch those anytime you want.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm with you though. And it's the same thing with like PlayStation. So PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2,
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
PlayStation 3. I stepped out on PlayStation 3. Well, I got the PlayStation 3. I stepped out on 4.
Mhm.
Now they're at 5. It's like, I'm done.
Yeah. Why keep going down this path? When, you got to have a new one because the graphics of the game are so great. I enjoyed playing Pitfall and Defender, like whatever graphics those were on. Those were fun games.
That was Intellivision.
Was it?
Yeah. Pitfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's old school.
It was good.
That's awesome.
It was a good game.
Yeah,
I think
it was.
on Atari too. Wasn't it on Atari?
I don't know. My grandmother had an Intellivision
Yeah.
at her house, so that's what we played it on. In the baseball game, they all looked like little ants running out there. Yeah. Good stuff.
I liked Call of Duty. That whole franchise. Medal of Honor, Call of Duty.
Was that what was popular when you were younger?
No, when I was younger, it was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Paperboy.
Yeah, original Nintendo NES system.
Yep, the original.
Yep, I got one when I was, I think I was like 8 or 9 when it came out.
And I had Atari way back, and RBI.
Yep.
Baseball was the best on that because all I had to do was hit the button and pull back, and everyone was a home run.
There you go.
And then the Atari, you had the Game Genie with all the codes where you could win any game that you wanted, unlimited lives, whatever. And then they stopped doing that well, they probably didn't stop doing it because I know a lot of these guys have bots when I'm playing Call of Duty. And it's like, no, that didn't happen. Because when I was in the hospital, I spent all my time playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And I was actually like in the top, I don't know, 30, 20, 10 in the nation or world, I guess, Call of Duty, because I literally was in bed for 4 months. That's all I did.
Playing.
That's all I did.
Wow.
We may have to have a game night one night so I could beat you.
That it won't happen.
We'll see.
I turned it back on. Matter of fact, just a few months ago, gave myself a severe headache because it's like, oh man, my eyes aren't used to doing this still.
Yeah.
I'm still scoring. My kill death ratio is incredible. Still.
Hey man.
I don't know about the new stuff coming out.
I got Black Ops 2. I've got it at home.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I've got the collector's edition. Do you have the collector's edition?
No, I'm not.
No. Did you have the Jeep? I had the Jeep too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, the Call
I'll
of Duty
lose.
Jeep.
I'll lose. I haven't played in forever.
Not like the Jeep inside the game, like the real Jeep that you can drive. That was the Call of Duty edition.
Oh, you had like the Jeep.
The
Yeah.
Jeep.
Nice.
Modern Warfare.
Like Modern Warfare 3?
Yep.
It like stitched into the headrest type Jeep. Like
Nice.
It was pretty legit.
How'd you score that?
I bought it.
yeah. It's like,
That's how Matt does things.
so
I bought
everybody
it.
gets Jeeps.
Well, I mean, so I was in the hospital. I needed to have a vehicle adapted to be able to drive. And so I was like, well, I want to be able to have something that just can go anywhere. And so I chose the Jeep and then ordered it exactly how I wanted it from the factory and had it delivered to me. Bought it from a dealership here in Kansas and then had it put on a truck and shipped out to me in California and traded my Chevy Silverado on that thing.
Nice.
Anyway, got off on a tangent there.
We did.
That's okay. Good stuff. I like video games.
I'm just going to pause here and see who's going to do what next.
So I think maybe one of our future top threes ought to be
Top 3 video games.
video games or gaming systems, something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess what's next is Chet, right?
Yeah. Good word.
You tell me. I don't know. You guys prepared?
Good word for the day, Chet.
So the good word. I've got a good word from Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 3 through 4. I think Troy covered 5 and 6 a while back.
Yep.
But I think it kind of lines up with some of the things we've been talking about in the last few episodes as well. It says, Proverbs 3, verse 3 and 4, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. In this case, it's like wear it around like a necklace. Like it's something you should have with you. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. So if what we are displaying is love and faithfulness, don't ever let it leave us. Make it evident where people can see it, like a necklace around your neck, written on your heart. You'll have favor with favor and a good name in the sight of God and of man. And if you think about it, and like a lot of the frustration that we've talked about with politicians, some of in general how we should be behaving, the one thing that's frustrating is that nobody is leading with love, right? Or they're not faithful. They're wishy-washy. They're you can't understand where they're going to be the next day. Today you may agree, tomorrow you may not. Maybe a different person depending on the circumstances. And what this is saying, it's just a really good proverb, right? If they never leave you, love and faithfulness, then you're going to have a good name and you're going to be in favor not only with God, but with your fellow man. So a good word is to be faithful and to love others.
It's a good word.
Good word. And it kind of goes back to I keep going back to Unashamed. It's my favorite podcast to listen to, besides ours. Leave us a review. But they break it down because everybody gets into the Bible and they think it's so complicated, and there's all these rules and I can do this, I can't do that, and it ultimately boils down to love God, love your neighbor.
Yeah,
and it kind of solidifies that right there.
Yep. All right.
So, are we wrapping it up?
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Do you think it's time to wrap it up?
Let's wrap this thing up.
Do you want to take us out? Troy, do you want to take us out?
You're on the schedule for taking us out.
I still don't have that thing memorized. You guys do it.
Well, I just want to start off by saying play some music.
I'm playing it.
And then we want to thank Admiral's Pennant for sponsoring this podcast. Give us the ability to be out here as the music volume is turned up.
AdmiralsPennant.com. Go buy some beard oil for your manly beard.
And leave us some comments on your top 3 things that annoy you. Or just tell us hi. Subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Trying to push all my buttons. All right.